안녕하세요. 오늘은 미국 메인과 보스턴 쪽의 미국 보딩스쿨들 8개와 파트너십으로 일을 하고 있는 글로벌 스쿨 커넥션의 제이 대표님을 모시고 이야기 나눠보도록 하겠습니다.
Good morning, good afternoon. I am Jay Brennan. I am the CEO of Global Study Connections, GSC. We are located in Maine. We work with placing international students in private boarding schools in Northeast America, primarily Maine, but also Boston. In Maine, we work with probably 8 different private boarding schools, most of which have a 200-year history dating back to the late 1700s. Maine is one of the unique things about Maine is that it's a very safe state, very low crime rate. There is virtually no gun violence. Schools are very, very safe. So Korean parents have traditionally found Maine a very safe place to send their students. Most of our schools range in population from 200 students to about 1,000 students. Some of our schools offer middle school programs as well as 9 through 12 high school programs. All of our schools have very high university placement records, students attending very top universities here in America. One of the unique things about our work is we have regular contact. I serve as the guardianship or one of my staff serve as guardians for the students in Maine and in Boston, and we have regular contact with students. I've been in education for over 50 years, and I understand the workings of schools and the development of children who are middle school and high school students. So we pay particular attention to how schools are working with students and what their particular needs are, whether they be physical needs, emotional needs, academic needs. We work with the school to address those particular needs. We visit schools. I have lunch or dinner with students. Sometimes students come into our home. We do a lot of academic support work with students on weekends. We visit schools to just make sure they're integrating into the life of the school. We have regular daily contact through social media, whether it be KakaoTalk or Instagram or some other social media platform, and students contact me regularly with questions. Most schools are very, very, very supportive and can solve most of child's questions or even sometimes challenges. But when they have a difficult time communicating to schools what their particular need is, they contact us and we make a phone call to the school, or we personally visit the school and we sit down with the head of school or the associate head of school or the admissions director or a dorm parent, and we, with the student, work to solve the problems. I'm very happy to be working with EDM Education. I've been working with Korean students for well over 20 years. We've probably had upwards of 30 or 40 Korean students live in my home. I have lived in Korean student homes, and we have worked with hundreds and hundreds of Korean families and Korean students. EDM Education is one of those reputable Korean agencies that will work with us in a very responsible way to make sure that your child is well placed in a school that's appropriate for their academic interest and academic needs, as well as for their aftercare. And once they're placed, that people are taking care of them and doing the very best things so they have a very positive experience. So we are happy to be working with EDM Education.
My name is Caleb. I live in close to Boston in Maine. Maine is very good, very safe. It is very small. It's easy to connect with people around it. Me, my families, and my brothers would all love to meet more Korean students and for more students to come to Maine.